hadn't always wanted to be a cop, and sometimes I still wonder if this is for me. I mean, I do like helping people, and the money's okay. But some of the things you see, they linger. Things that don't leave when the shift ends. Things that don't belong in this world. My wife says I've changed. I don't laugh at dumb stuff like I used to. Horror movies don't feel like fiction anymore. And I've ruined police shows for her with all that "that'll never happen" talk. But really, it's my emotions. I've gone quiet inside. Still, but a different kind of still. I used to work in accounting for Exxon, corporate, cushy stuff. But I loved it. Then came the layoffs, wave after wave. And when my wife got pregnant, I needed stability. Something recession-proof. Cop or fireman? Everyone knows cops are much cooler, right? Well, I did it. I made the jump. Now I'm 1 year and 4 months in. 3 months ago, I got a call that's been with me ever since. It was Monday night, 2:03 a.m. Quiet, like most nights out here in this patch of East Texas. I got a call of a welfare check. The mother said her son, Matthew, 23 years old, was having an episode. Now episodes, they mean different things depending on who you ask. I figured mental health, maybe drugs, probably both. When I arrived, she met me on the street. It looked like she hadn't slept in days. Her hair was pulled back, her hands were trembling, and her voice cracked with every word she spoke. She told me Matthew had been acting crazy, pacing, muttering, staring at the ground like it was whispering back to him. She said she lost track of him in the house and didn't know if he was armed. I know. I should have waited for my backup. My sergeant already gave me hell for that. But when a mom's eyes are begging you not to let her kid die, you move. The house was quiet. Too quiet. And darker than it should have been. From outside, it looked small. But inside, the shadows seemed to stretch on forever. Like the walls were alive, breathing in and out, watching me. The first time I saw it, I thought it was my mind playing tricks. Just a shape, darting through a doorway out of the corner of my eye. Then it happened again. I flipped on the lights, weak, yellow, like trying to see through fog. Nothing. When I stepped into the kitchen, the first thing I noticed was a large knife block, missing one knife. My pulse went cold. I called for another unit and moved into the dining room. And that's when I saw her. Not Matthew. A woman. Just the back of her, though. Dark hair, gray shirt, gliding past the door frame like a breeze was pulling her out of view. The mother? I shouted for her to wait outside. No response. Around this time, my partner Davis came to the front door, flashing a strobe to let me know it was him. We cleared the rest of the first floor. Nothing. And then the noise. Back in the kitchen. We sprinted over and found paper plates scattered like snow. But no one was there. Finally, upstairs, we found him. Matthew. In the game room on a big leather couch with the lights off. He was sitting in the middle, like he was waiting for us, holding something. We both drew down, gave loud, clear commands. Police, let me see your hands. Nothing. He just stared, His eyes didn't look scared. They looked done. We slowly moved to the right, and that's when Davis shouted, "Gun!" He was holding a shotgun, barrel up to his chin. Then the weirdest thing happened. He started talking, soft, like we'd already lost him. "Officer, do you ever feel like you're not in your own life anymore? Like you're watching yourself walk around, go to work, smile for people, when you really just want to disappear?" I had a job, like you. Warehouse stuff. No, it wasn't great, but it paid. I got laid off, and my girlfriend died. She had her own demons. She overdosed in her bathroom, and I found her, still warm, and her eyes were open. I don't know if I'll ever come back from that. And now she comes to me every night, just stands in that hallway, doesn't say a word. Sometimes she smiles. I used to think it was grief, like my mind was trying to cope. She's real. She's always right there. I stood there in silence. I didn't know what to say to him. I told him I understood, and that I left a good job too. That I wake up sometimes wishing I hadn't. I told him that I'm scared more often than I let on. That I lost a brother a few years back. Not the same way, but it was sudden. One day he's here, texting dumb memes, and the next, he's gone. I never got to say goodbye. Never got to tell him how proud I was of him. And Matthew looked up at me with tears on his face and said, "You're not lying to me. I can tell. Thank you, both of you. You actually tried. But I gotta go." At that moment, time froze. His body slumped like a puppet with its strings cut. And that sound, I still hear it in my dreams. I ran outside, and I found his mom in the driveway. She fell into my arms before I could say a word. I held her, and that's when I saw it. Her shirt, red, not blood, and definitely not gray. Who was the woman in the house? I pulled back, and I looked into her eyes. She had no idea who I was talking about. She swore she never went back inside. So we searched again, top to bottom, every closet, every crawl space. No sign of anyone. But here's what I can't shake. When I stepped into that game room, just before he spoke, Matthew looked right past me, right over my shoulder, and smiled. Not at me, at someone behind me. I swear on my badge, I felt a breath on the back of my neck. It's calls like that. That's why I'm like a stone now. People ask why I don't smile as much, why I drift off in the middle of dinner, why I hold my baby girl like she's glass and double check the locks before bed. It's because of that house, that look in Matthew's eyes, the sound of his voice saying thank you, the woman that wasn't supposed to be there, and the smile that wasn't for me. You see stuff like that, and something in you locks up, like it's safer not to feel. But then I ask myself, how do I change? How do I unsee it? How do I go back to who I was before? Can I even be that guy again? The one who laughed at dumb movies and didn't scan every shadow like it's alive. I don't know. But I do know that every time that radio crackles, a part of me braces for something that'll stay with me. And I think, maybe this job doesn't just protect people from the darkness. Maybe it teaches you how to carry it quietly, alone, like a stone.